We're Katie and Brian, and this is our home, a 32-foot sailboat named Lutra. Together aboard, we are setting sail south to Mexico and beyond, exploring our beautiful planet every step of the way. Last time, we left off partway into our voyage south of Mexico to Magdalena Bay. It's a somewhat long overnight passage, and on passages like this, we do try to find unusual ways to pass the time. This is the very cheap $1.50 at Costco.
It's hot dog.
Yeah. Macadamia nuts?
Yeah. You bought some that was made out of fish at in Asuncion. And it was oily and gross.
I have no idea. Jerky? Oh, it wasn't gross. What are you talking about?
Sure, it's so cold. One poke bowl.
Ooh, mucho gracias. Mucho, muy bien. Muchas gracias. We like Bonito best raw.
Yeah.
And this might just be the freshest poke you can get anywhere. Even though we sometimes have our anxieties about the darkness the night brings, we don't think there's a better way to catch a sunset than out here, with our sails unfurled and pulling us through the lapping waves. The best nights on Lutra are the boring ones, and this was a boring one of motor sailing in light wind and little swell. Living on a boat really acquaints you with what astronomers call astronomical twilight. It's that very first transition in the tone of the black night sky, where the faintest stars become washed out, and every few minutes that follow are a magnitude brighter than the previous. It might take a full hour, but the prelude to sunrise is a most welcome sight to the sailor. It marks dawn's hastened approach, and an end to our long night of alternating watches. Magdalena Bay is a very large protected body of water, walled off from the Pacific by towering mountain islands. Between them is an opening several miles wide used by both boats and whales. Mag Bay, especially this time of year, is most famous for the population of gray whales that migrate here to feed and give birth to their young. Once exploited and hunted here in centuries past, they are now protected and thriving. And boy are they everywhere. So we're never going to get to our anchorage, which is only 2 miles away at the most, because we keep seeing whales and we keep stopping, and now we're kind of surrounded by gray whales. So it's pretty neat, and it's dead calm out here. We've stopped the engine, we're kind of just drifting, and we're hoping a whale will come up to us and say hello.
Well, we've just been kind of staying put, and I think the whales have been pretty close to us, and then now all these tour boats have been kind of closing in on us.
I think they think we're a whale.
Yeah,
our boat kind of looks like a whale.
I mean, they clearly know what they're doing to find the whales, but part of me wonders if they just saw us sitting still and wondered if we were.
We had some whales around us.
But yeah, I mean, they have been.
There's one that they were
been around.
Eventually we had to move on, and we made our way north deep into the bay where we could anchor and get some rest. We generally anchor with one of us at the helm, in this case Katie providing the depths, so I know how much chain to let out. Then she can put us in reverse and back down on our anchor, so that we know that the anchor is set and we're in an area of good holding. Which is just a matter of looking around and making sure the boat isn't moving when we're in hard reverse.
Yeah.
And with that, there's only one thing left to do.
Oh!
It's not that cold.
No.
It's a little bit cold though. The tiny town we're anchored in front of is accessible only by panga and houses no more than a few dozen permanent residents. Everything here, and I mean everything, gets here by panga. These are the kinds of places that we're always most excited to explore. Found a little trail coming off the beach here. And we're gonna go, it says Pacifico.
It's Pacifico Sendero.
So there's either beer at the end of it, or more likely the Pacific Ocean. And we weren't planning to do any hiking today, but we're gonna kind of save that for tomorrow. But it might just be really a simple hike, and if so, we can...
We don't have the appropriate...
We don't have the appropriate zapatos. Yeah, we got our flip-flops on, so we probably won't go very far if it starts to get ambitious.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, it's a nice day too. Give it a shot.
I'm on one of the tours here.
And we're not going to do it today. We didn't make it too far. It's longer than we thought.
It's beautiful. I want to come back though, just with appropriate footwear.
Yeah. So we're going to instead walk down to the beach, back down to the beach, and go check out this glamping setup that is along here that I think caters to tourists coming to watch the whale watching festivities. Whale watching? Come to watch the whale watching? They're going to come to whale watch. And we looked up the prices online. It ain't cheap. So we're not going to stay there. Indeed, we did look it up, and for a mere $600 a night, this tent can be yours. Granted, it also includes food and a whale watching tour. We think we'll pass though, and instead headed into town for a lunch at the only restaurant. Katie, can you justify again to me why your drink choice here?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's
No,
after
we
12.
had no idea what time it was. I was happily surprised to find out it's afternoon. So. But that was after I ordered already.
We learned recently on the Pacifico logo. This is dumb. But this is not a mountain in the background, it is a whale. Which is quite appropriate for our location. The whales here are not shy and frequent the shallows of the anchorage to feed. Sometimes they'll pop up right next to the boat, but almost always surprise us since they're usually digging around in the mud below. There he is. We'd love to stand out here all day and watch the whales, but we do have actual boat things to do, too.
So before we left Monterey, we had a boat neighbor who, we spent the last couple weeks, we were refitting Lutra in the Monterey Harbor working, and we got to know some of the people who were around us. And this super sweet guy who, I don't remember what kind of boat he
It was also a classic old boat.
Yeah, similar to Lutra.
It was a cutter rig.
Yeah, the matching boats at the end of our dock. And anyway, before we left, he had a storm jib he was getting rid of and decided to give it to us, which was really kind of him. But we've never actually tried to put it on our stay. And so we wanted to give that a shot today and just see how it looks, how it works, how it goes on.
Yeah.
So.
Beautiful.
Such a tiny little.
Look at it.
They're cute.
What do you think?
Thinking I'm not looking forward to the times when we're gonna
Need it.
But
It's so small.
super nice. Hi. Oh.
What's over there?
That was another whale.
It's another whale.
But yeah, I don't know if you've already talked about it, but Brian kind of figured out initially, like, you can kind of tell what the whale's gonna do based on like how its behavior the first time you see it come up. It's like gray whales, I think it's pretty uncommon to see them actually like breach or really jump out of the water or anything, but sometimes they'll just pop up and just kind of hover there for a second and like take a breath and go back under. And usually if that's what happens, then we see them at least 1 or 2 more times. But if you see them come up and then their back come up and kind of arch, or especially see a fluke, that means they're diving and they're going down to feed. We usually won't see them for another like 5-10 minutes. So we've been kind of able to predict.
We don't know where they're going to be next usually, but we
Yeah.
know that they're going to come up within a couple
If
minutes.
they come up that first time, they're usually going to pop up again, not very far from where we saw them. But if we see their like back come up or their fluke come up, then we know they're probably going to be down for a while and they might pop up anywhere again. But.
Yeah. Feeling accomplished from even the smallest task, we decided to take another stab at that hike we abandoned the day before, but this time with proper footwear. Though only a short hike from our boat, it is a different world over here. The elements are raw and unfiltered. The waves, some traveling unobstructed for thousands of miles, find their landings here on this beach. Meanwhile, the marine layer too flows like an atmospheric ocean, colliding with the mountains, cresting, and frequently spilling over, bringing much needed moisture to an otherwise dry landscape. We have embraced the small size of our boat in the cruising world. But we are also learning to embrace our smallness in a world of giants, both above and below the water. It's good to feel small sometimes, and we're, more than ever, excited for the big things that still await. If you like this adventure, let us know by giving us a like or by leaving a comment. And if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to follow along. It'd be a good place to hang glide, probably, or paraglide. Just jump off that cliff.
No one's jumping off of anything.